that final cut.
Okay.
So now this is interesting.
Well,
Going in with an editor's mind.
a little bit. I'm not a pro editor.
No,
but
no,
I'm
no,
Sure
I get it,
as hell, editor
A
enough
lot
to
better than people that don't think of it.
Realize how it's done and what's needed, and right.
Right. Oh,
Right,
Okay.
right.
I'm good.
I guess you're right. I don't really think about that, Randy. I just think I'm stupid.
But see, I think so advice that I've always given stunt people is to learn how to write a screenplay, learn how to read a screenplay, learn how to edit,
Learn how to act.
get that learn how to act, but get on the computer.
That's huge.
Oh, it's massive. But get on the computer and go outside with a camera, shoot something, and then put it together in the computer, and see what you need. Because my job is to create illusions, and if I don't know how to create that illusion, that's ultimately going to be cut up and on film, like on the screen, you're pretty useless.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I go into it also with that in mind.
Well, aren't you also noticing now how many people want a previs from you?
Oh, Jesus.
Let's say the word.
It's been like a fad. In the last 3 days, all we've talked about is previs.
Yeah.
Previs.
Yeah.
Previs. And I always think previs, so it's like, well, I guess they've got an editing team that knows how to fucking do it, right?
Okay. Hold on. We
have this.
Let's come
Who
back.
the hell's editing? Like what? A previs? Okay, but you're right. You need to know how to edit it. You
Yeah.
need to know how you're going to hide your face and how you're going to duck that down to make you look like the first team.
I don't.
See, I have so many things to say about previs.
I'm not a previous guy.
But okay.
No. This is what I'm saying.
No, I'll shoot it. I'll edit it.
This is what I don't know who started it. This is going to get into a bigger conversation about the whole digital world and
that's the thing.
Everything.
Honestly, I would
in our
love.
lives.
I would love to come. Let's come back to previs because I would really like to come back to that because it has been a theme for the past several days.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I don't know why.
There's a lot of previs going on in the stunt world and stuff, and especially when it comes up from LA.
Yeah. I have a good question for that about you for that too. I don't want to forget it.
No, just ask it.
Is it because the directors don't know how to shoot it themselves?
Just a second.
Okay. See,
did somebody actually say that?
Yeah. So, but see, that's what
I'm not being mean.
No.
Just,
No.
Or it
has nothing to do with being mean.
Or it's the thinking that that's the stunt thing and let them do that because I've got so much other shit. I mean, everybody's tied. Everybody's hands are tied.
Okay, so that's part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there's a few thoughts on it, and I've been trying to gather thoughts on previs from others, and I was actually in talks with another stunt guy and stunt coordinator yesterday about it. And, he said something about how it's the business. If you don't ask for previs, you'll never get it. Mm-hmm. If you ask for it up front, you'll get it. And then anything you ask for after that is within budget and is sort of, it's like asking for a lot at the beginning so that you can have every little bit throughout.
And you know what it does? It employs your friends and yourself.
Right. But it really...
Right.
But there's also another aspect.
But when do you have time to previs? Tell me this. That's a tricky one.
Well,
we gave you some pretty tough restrictions.
I've been on a previs for the past.
And I don't know how you pull it off. Like when the girls at the pool say on Tall Pines.
Yeah.
We've got that pool like 4 days before we shot it, and it's like, Randy, get us a previs.
Yeah, and it was useless.
But I mean, yeah.
And it's useless. But this is the thing. So how much did that cost us? How much did that cost us?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Thousands.
That's what I'm saying. Right?
I don't.
Yeah, it's a little silly.
I don't get it.
Now the thing is, like,
and you gave listen, that's thousands for whatever that little thing was. Okay, imagine when you get into the nonsense.
There are guys that are starting their own previs companies.
There you go. Jesus, yeah.
Like, I know stunt guys personally that are doing that. They're starting previs stuff. And, don't get me wrong. I like being paid for a rehearsal, but that is what it is. I'm getting paid for a rehearsal, but we're doing 5 days of crashing to the ground.
And there's no buyout on the rehearsal.
Right.
There's no buyout. There's no adjustment.
When you consider I come on your set,
yeah,
and I tell you right straight up, this guy can do maybe 4 of these.
Yeah.
Well, on the previous day, he does 30.
Right. Right.
And gets paid way less.
Way less. But he gets compensated because we're only getting 4 on the day.
Exactly.
But I hear you.
I have heard of...
listen, you guys outdo yourselves always. And
Well, that's nice.
Well, I'm just saying in general.
Podcast's over.
In general, I don't know how any of you wake up in the morning and think, oh shit, I gotta go jump off that bridge today.
Depends on the bridge, I guess. Am I going into cold water? Does the water have to be that cold? Yeah, there's another thought. I mean, somebody else did say to me the other day that it is television directors don't shoot action generally, and they grew up, or they grew, in the business. They learned to shoot television, and of course, since then things have drastically changed. Therefore, television directors are struggling to shoot action, so they leave it somehow to a non-camera person, non-director, your stunt coordinator. They might be a director. They might understand some things. Of course, they're supposed to. But, there's no opinions from a cinematographer or a camera guy when they're out doing previs for 4 days or 3 weeks.
That's right.
I do find that awfully interesting, I guess, for the lack of a better term. I don't get it.
When I've shot previs, of course I do interview the director. I try to discover what it is he's doing, what's his vision of what I'm doing, and then we try to do it. But Andrew's right. You go in and you make up your own shit.
Yeah.
Then you edit your own shit.
That's right.
And
it's pretty damn good, right?
Yeah, I've had guys shoot frame for frame.
Okay. Yeah. Exactly.
They know exactly what it is. And I guess in some cases, if the director is incredibly busy, I understand that, and especially for television, because people are brought in and they don't have a lot of time to prep.
Yeah.
You have your prep, but if it's a big action sequence and they don't have time to map it out,
For sure.
Yeah.
I understand.
And in the television sequence, there's nothing given. You have a big stunt. We'll give you an extra day to prep that. There's no such thing like
Exactly
that.
correct.
So it's just like you got your time. That's it. Figure it out. And you're right.
Right. So I see that, I can show him a video on my phone, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that
At lunchtime,
and then we just
in the
move in
lunch
and
line.
try to get it done, right?
In the
lunch line, absolutely.
While they're trying to get their meatball onto.
Well, they don't have to hold my phone. I'll hold it.
Yeah. What do you think of this? What do you think of this? Can I get 2 seconds with the director? I know. I bet.
Yeah, like in a film, he may have a longer prep time, and
Yeah.
he actually can map it out. But do you find, and this, I think this is part of it, the skill of blocking has kind of gone down. Like
It's definitely changed.
yeah,
The dynamic has changed. Can I tell you what I see?
please.
So at one time, also dynamically different between film and television. There is a definitive difference between the blocking on those two styles. On the television front, the blocking used to be that the director would say, you had no time, so it's quick, it's fast, and if that fucking blocking took more than like 10 minutes, everyone's like, the production office is calling and wondering what the hell is going on down there. So it used to be like that great. And any questions? Go. Now it has evolved into a process, and this process, because a lot of perhaps the directors are not prepared, and they are going in fresh themselves, and that can be for many reasons. Prep on their end is a big one. We can get into that. Late breaking scripts. That's also another horrible one when you
True.
arrive in the morning.
Late breaking scripts.
11 pages that
or
they wrote
brand
last
new.
night.
got changed.
Brand new scenes, and it's like, oh shit, we got to, like whatever thought or dynamic the director had as a vision is out, and you got to kind of come up with it. Okay. But it's prep, it's preparedness, and then it's also the ability for that director to work with the actors and how that relationship works and who's in charge, right? I mean, are you noticing that?
I mean,
Like, who's blocking the scene? Is it the director or is it the actors now? That's the other question.
oh,
Yeah, I've seen both happen at the same time. It's interesting. But everything now is cut. So
Like static, cut.
yeah, I'm going to shoot the boom. Boom.
Yeah.
there's so much static.
But it's because they literally have 2 hours to shoot the 4-page walk and talk.
Right.
And this is the issue about just dynamics of budgets and schedules nowadays. I mean, like, you want to just should we refill our drinks?
Yes.
And then recut this whole conversation to what the fuck is a first AD?
We're not cutting any of this out.